on this holy, auspicious day, a day for victory in all endeavors, a day to celebrate the triumph of dharma over adharma. We chanting the name, Bhagwan said, those who want to be happy have to make God happy, and to make God happy is to chant His name. So if we want triumph of dharma over adharma, we have to please God, we have to make God happy, and to make God happy is to chant His name. This is what Bhagwan has taught us. So the whole day, we have been, in some way or the other, trying to connect with Bhagwan, either by chanting His name or attending some puja or remembering some leelas of Bhagwan. We have been doing it for quite some time now, and today we shall continue with one more event, incident, an experience of a devotee. There is Sri Muthuvel Vathiyar, well known to the devotees of Bhagwan, who is from Kuchipalayam, near Taponam. He's been coming to Bhagwan for a long time now, for many years. He is a doctor of herbs, an expert, been blessed by Bhagwan so much. One day in 1986, the day was a very special day. It was the 1st of December, 1986. He wanted to come to Tiruvannamalai, have darshan of Bhagwan. In those days, Bhagwan did not like his devotees to come to Tiruvannamalai to have his darshan. He did not want crowds around him. He could do much better work free from the crowd. So he went there to Sannadhi Street house, found it locked, and guessed that Swami might be in the temple. His luck, as luck would have it, he found him seated near the 1,000-pillar mandap. There was already a crowd around Bhagwan. So many yatris who are on pilgrimage to Tirupati, and some were on pilgrimage to Sabarimala. Bhagwan was surrounded by these people, so Sri Vaidya went near and stood there waiting for a nod. When it came, Bhagwan called him, made him sit a little distance away from him, but by his side. So Bhagwan blessed all the Tirupati devotees, and then the Sabarimala devotees, sent them away. Then he shifted to another place, and there Muthuvel Vathiyar saw one man sweeping the place and collecting all those litters. Bhagwan also saw him and immediately called him. He seemed to be very familiar to Bhagwan. Bhagwan asked him how his wife was, how his children were. And he blessed him nicely. Just imagine, on the Jayanthi day of Bhagwan, he did not want any devotees to come there. So people were celebrating in their places. And here was a sweeper who got the great fortune of being called by Bhagwan and blessed by him. And Muthuvel Vathiyar was very surprised. Of course, he was not surprised either, because knowing Bhagwan as the devotees do, nothing would surprise us about Bhagwan. From moment to moment to moment, as he was always saying, he was being governed by the Divine Father who runs the whole cosmos. So Bhagwan was always unpredictable. You would never know what he would say next and what he would do next. Everything depended upon a situation, and he knew so many things more about it than visible to us. After this sweeper left, Bhagwan turned to Muthuvel Vathiyar and said, "This man was very kind to this beggar 20 years back, when this beggar was roaming the streets, especially near Ramanashram. He and his wife used to bring this ginger tea, this dry ginger tea, in a cart, and they used to offer it to this beggar. He was very kind to this beggar." So Bhagwan remembered somebody who offered him a ginger tea 20 years back, and he had his fortune that day, a huge gift of grace from Bhagwan. Bhagwan has said often, money and time spent on him will never go waste, they will only multiply. We would never know when the fortune would come and knock at our door. Every good deed will be rewarded at the right time, the right situation. So after he left, a lady came with her son, who seemed like a student of Vedas, a Veda Vidyarthi. They were familiar to Bhagwan, and they came and sat there, and Bhagwan began to inquire. The boy said his name was Shivakumar. And Bhagwan asked him how many years he had finished in Ved Pathshala, the school of Vedas. He said 3 years over, and 4 more years are there. So it's a 7-year course. Immediately his mother complained, as always mothers do about their sons. Oh, he is not studying, he is not concentrating on his studies, he is playful. Swami, please bless him. And then Swami said, Shivakumar is going to become a Shivakumar Shastri. Do you know the story of Shivakumar Shastri? And then Bhagwan went on to say that people who went to Kashi on pilgrimage, they would stop in Gaya and have a dip in the Ganges there. In Gaya, near the Ganges, there was a holy man a god man. He was Yogeshwar Shivakumar Shastri. Bhagwan said he was a married man with wife and children, and he lived as a grihastha, and all his disciples were also householders. He wanted to teach them, he wanted to show them that even as a householder, you can reach God, you can become one with God. So he was also giving speeches every day. One particular day, he was going to give a speech at 4 o'clock, and it started to rain heavily right from early morning. It was raining and raining and raining all through, that the devotees and the disciples began to think where would be the place to sit. So today's speech would be cancelled. They were very sure of it, but suddenly the Yogeshwar sent word that there will be a speech, there will be a talk at 4 o'clock. So they were all wondering how they could turn up at that place when it was raining heavily. But somehow at 3:30, to their wonder and delight, they found the rain had stopped. So they all gathered. It went on for 2 hours. And after the speech was over, it took some time for them to reach their home. And then, it's only after they reached home, it started to rain again. And after that, it was continuous rain, and heavy rain. It was pouring. Then they understood that Yogeshwar could do anything. Even the natural elements could be controlled by him. And so, Swami said, Shivakumar Shastri was very famous. He was a holy man. Now here is another Shivakumar Shastri. And then he blessed the boy, saying that this boy would study well, complete the course very well, and he would become Shivakumar Shastri. Bhagwan pronounced his future, blessing the boy nicely to the satisfaction of the mother. So they went away happily. And then Bhagwan turned to Sri Muthuvel Vathiyar, said, study Vedas these days. Even the parents want their sons to become an engineer or a doctor. The Vedic students are not respected. The Vedic Pandits are not given due recognition. They are not respected. They have no position in the society. They don't have good salary. With the result that the girls are not coming forward to marry any Vedic Pandit. Such is the sad state of India. The parents want only machine-making education for their sons. They want money, and they want their sons to make machines for more comfort of modern life. They don't want man-making education for their children. Vivekananda wanted only that, man-making education. None of them understand that without Vedas there is no Bharata, there is no India. It's because of Vedas India is being India, the spiritual playground of the great masters. Its culture has spiritual heritage because of the Vedas. When people do Veda Parayana, they sit there and pronounce those Vedic mantras. The whole world benefits. They do not understand that. It's a great service to humanity to chant, to do Veda Parayana. It's a great, great service to the whole world. But they want to make machines and earn money. And the parents want only that. They encourage their sons and daughters what to do. My father will see to it. India's soil. India is rooted in the soil of Vedas. My father will see to it. The Vedas will be protected. Vedic Pandits will be protected. So he went on about this Vedas and Vedic Pandits and how Paramacharya was protecting them, was doing all his best to protect the Vedas and Vedic Pandits, to honor them. That's the word Bhagwan used. The Vedic Pandits are not honored. They are not given due recognition. Girls don't come forward to marry them. They think it below their dignity, when their very existence depends upon the Vedas. So after that, Bhagwan, you have come on this Jayanthi day to have darshan of this beggar. Now this beggar's birthday is being celebrated in several places. This beggar doesn't want people to come here and crowd. Wherever people celebrate, wherever they put this beggar's photo, garland it and light 2 incense sticks and pray. This beggar would be present there. Their celebration before the photo of this beggar will be like celebration right here in front of this beggar. There will be no difference. It will be the same everywhere. Then Muthuvel Vathiyar said, even my son did the same thing this morning. He decorated your photograph, garlanded it, and then did puja. Bhagwan approved of it with a smile and said, it's the same, there is no difference. My father will be present 100% and bless all those people who participate in the celebrations. And then the crowd started to come, so many people began to come. The temple became even more active. And Bhagwan went and sat in another place. Unfortunately, it was very crowded and many people, without knowing that here was a God-man, a Bhagwan, seated there, blessing all of them, even without their knowing it. And they were moving in a hurry, and some of them would touch Bhagwan with their feet while walking hurriedly. Some of them would accidentally hit him, and Bhagwan just sat there smiling and blessing all of them. Again, Muthuvel Vathiyar says that he felt very bad about the whole thing, how these people, when Arunachaleshwara was seated in the form of a human being, people could see him, talk to him, take his blessing straight, that it is fate that people had to move like this without knowing his presence. And what's more, in doing so, they were even disrespecting him. Bhagwan said, he was smiling, he did not mind at all people jostling him, hitting him. He took all of them and gave blessings in return. And then he told Muthuvel Vathiyar, Today, Jayanthi day, these Tapovanam people had done Pada Puja there and sent some prasad to this beggar. This beggar took some and then distributed to all these people here. And then he said, you can go. Now that you have seen this beggar has seen you nicely, you can go. So we have been with Sri Muthuvel Vathiyar the whole time, listening to Bhagwan, enjoying his presence, enjoying his story and his complaints about today's attitude, people's attitude towards Vedas. Anything that we remember that's connected with Bhagwan, Bhagwan would say, he had said in one place, if anybody remembers anything from their memory about this Bhagwan, even the coconut shell, it is Amrita. This beggar tells you the truth. It is Amrita. It is ambrosia. It is nectar. I tell you, people will benefit so much which they cannot get in 1,000-year rigorous tapas. Even few minutes with this beggar will fetch such blessing. I tell you the truth, he declared. So that Bhagwan is here right in front of us with his hand raised in benediction, and today being Vijayadasami, the day of victory of dharma over adharma, we shall offer our today's prayers at the feet of Bhagwan.